what's up, everyone out there? Thank you so much for tuning into another Addicted Fishing podcast. We're going to talk about something today that I don't know a lot of you anglers out there even care about, but some of you may, and that's bass.
Hey, guess what? You know what I'm going to say right now. There's a reason why there's a Bass Pro Shops and not a salmon or a steelhead or even a trout pro shop. To be fair,
I actually love bass fishing. It's what I grew up doing, and it's one of my favorite things in the world to do. And I have a feeling there's a lot of addicts out there that do it. I think what happens, is we're salmon and steelhead anglers in the Pacific Northwest, and guys just inherently just don't want to fish for bass because of that.
Dude, I think there's also a real common kind of like misconception that, you only can fish them like in the summertime and stuff. But shoot, our tournaments that we run on the Columbia River for smallies go from early March till early November.
Yep.
And honestly, we filmed after Thanksgiving one day and went out and caught a dozen with Cliff, like on just a little like.
I also think people don't realize how fun they are.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I really do. Like, a lot of anglers just don't realize, they don't take a 30-yard run like a steelhead does or whatever, but they are a lot of fun to catch.
Well, I mean, I tell you, not only do you have to catch them and you try to catch big ones and whatever, but then you add like the whole, like, they're just a great avenue for like tournament competition fishing because they're the only fish that can provide like that kind of. They're the only fish out there that can honestly provide like that kind of like intensity in competition because just how resilient they are, how durable they are, how like tricky they can be, and how willing they actually are to bite when you do it right.
Yeah.
So like you can't do that with salmon steel. You can't put a salmon in a live well and return it to try to catch a bigger one. Like
I wish we could though. That'd be fun.
It doesn't work very well.
That'd be fun. Well, with that being said, we got a guest in here, Tom. So introduce yourself.
I'm Tom Hartshorn. Hello, everybody. I'm pretty much just a bass fisherman. One of the guys that just goes out there and loves catching bass. I was introduced to Cameron 4 years ago.
Yeah, probably 4 years ago at the Addicted Fishing Bass Fishing Tournament.
Yep.
That's right.
Cam and Marlon both. Had the pleasure of fishing, I think it was with Nick, that tournament.
Yep.
Learned a lot. It was pretty wild.
I learned a lot too because we went out there that day, and I'm Mr. Competitive a-hole, so we go out there that day, and
that's kind
of an
understatement.
We caught two like little 6-inch bass with one of the guys that I was fishing with, and we come back in and like guys were like, "Oh, we caught like 40," and it was like, how in the hell did we miss that bad?
Yeah, I know.
Like there's so like. And needless to say, Tom, of course, this guy right here won the whole tournament because that's what he does on the Columbia River all the time. It's really annoying. It's really frustrating. But that's why I partnered up with him to on a bunch of tournaments too. But it's good experience, right?
That's called experience. Tom's been doing it for a while.
I'm kind of wondering who's the one been winning so many in the last couple of years. A guy standing to my right there.
I don't know about that. But you guys, Tom taught me a wealth of knowledge out there on the Columbia River, and so that's where a lot of this is based on. And I think if more people kind of knew and understood a little bit, like, honestly, just how viable and how, like, great that fishery is and how, I mean, honestly, underutilized it is. I mean, whether people are going out and killing them for food or killing them for fun or killing them for, like, competition or just taking the kids out fishing, like, it is just one of those things that, I mean, I keep telling Marlon I'm going to do it, and I need to do it probably in the next 2 weeks, but I need to go out. If I filmed a full-on topwater beatdown
we
episode,
need to do that. I want to do it.
Like, it'll blow your guys' mind, like, how good it can be. It's really
Can we
incredible.
please go do that? And I want to be involved.
This time of the year is an awesome time for topwater, starting from now all the way through September.
Yeah.
That topwater bite ought to be crazy.
Oh, I can't
especially
wait.
Especially the Sean, like, we need, like, Sean that day.
Yeah, get a drone in the air.
Get a drone in the air, camera guys, we could do it.
So I just went to Montana, and, you're going to Montana, and you're thinking, oh, yeah, we're going to fish for trout, and we're going to catch lake trout. Nope. Both 2 of the days we fished for smallmouth bass. And one of the lakes...
There's giants over there.
I really educated Sean. Like they're new, it probably in a lot of, I don't consider myself some pro bass fisherman, but just from what I've learned from you guys over the last couple of years and what I learned previous years, like I was able to get on that lake and really show Sean like how to go catch them. And they caught more smallmouth that day than Sean has in the whole 2 years he's lived in Montana.
What were you doing?
We put like 50 smallmouth in the problem was they're just so used to fishing the bank.
Oh, no.
Fish the bank, fish are on the smallmouth are on the bank. And I'm like, dude, they're probably not on the bank. And so we used Sean's fish finder and we went and found all these like offshore structures, and we're drop shotting them. And we caught some fish on the bank for sure. Like in the morning, we caught some on top water on the bank, which was really fun. But it was really cool to go over there. We probably literally caught over 50 smallmouth in a day.
It's really cool going and figuring it out and putting it together, because like you go and you fish these tournaments, or whenever you like smallmouth fish out here, especially on the Columbia River, guys, right here in our backyard. Like there's a reason why like 5 guys are always at the top, because like you go out there every day and yeah, you can catch them everywhere and stuff like that. But once you really like figure them out, you can just belt them.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, and they're always different. And every day you go out there, whether the conditions, wind, current, time of year, spawning, non-spawning, weed growth, whatever it is, what fry or what bait's moving around, like can just change it. And it's weird because like you think like, oh, you know, just a few smallmouth would get on like, oh, you know, the shad fry bite or something like, or some offshore structure like you guys found. No, they all freaking do it. Like they all do it. And then, but when you figure it out, holy cow, they want to bite.
It's so weird.
Unlike
I've always been
salmon.
intrigued by that, especially when I've done tournaments with you. It's like, you know, how does one time you have it figured out, and then the next time you go out, same time of year, basic same conditions, and it's like now we don't have it figured out. Like they're doing something different. It's so frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure you've seen that too. I mean, as many tournaments as you've done. You know, when I look at because I'm constantly just like sneak peeking and looking at what you guys are doing and who's placing in what tournaments and stuff. And it's really interesting to see, you know, you get a guy like Tom who for years seems like he's in the top, but then sometimes I'll look and be like, wait, Tom was in like number 20.
And the
like,
thing about a tournament, it's not a day of fishing, because you go out and you see, like, I always say somebody always finds them. Somebody always gets them. Like when you have that caliber of anglers like out there competing for money,
someone's figuring it out.
Someone generally lands on them because they all know how to drop shot. They all know how to throw a jig. They all know how to like throw a spinnerbait. But if they figure out the right pattern and they find the mother load, it's over.
Crankbaits, spinnerbaits, just adjust all day long. Just run with the fish, because those fish constantly move. You got to constantly move with them. I love it when the guys want to just sit around and wait for the fish to come to them, but it's not the way it works in tournaments.
No.
Got to move with the fish. Yep.
For sure. Well, before we get too much into this, guys, we do have a couple little announcements. I wanted to let you guys know that June 30th, this coming Sunday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, our summer merch drop is going live. And this is a highly anticipated merch drop because we've been teasing out the fillet knife for what feels like a couple years now, and it's finally come. The fillet knife is finally here. Something that Cameron has worked on for a really, really long time.
It works really great on smallmouth bass. It is a fantastic knife for cleaning all your largemouth and smallmouth needs.
I don't know about largemouth, but maybe.
Yeah, kill them all.
No, not largemouth.
Tom didn't say anything. I'm shocked.
I just get a kick out of it.
I honestly think, you know, and I've talked to Cam about this, like it wouldn't hurt if some people kept a few smallmouth in the Columbia. There's just so freaking many of them. It's ridiculous.
You can't.
You can't.
The population of them is so heavy on the river that it's just impossible. They're just almost everywhere.
Almost everywhere. Go out and keep a couple 2-pounders. It ain't gonna hurt anything. But let the 4s and 5s go.
Josh, you know, our buddy Josh and Ben, they sit there and they go, man, if I cooked a 2-pound smallie that I caught out of the spring, and I went over to that, I went out offshore and caught you a black bass, a 2-pound black bass.
You wouldn't taste the difference.
He's like, you would not taste the difference. Nope. And I'm just like, I don't know. And he's like, and they're like convinced of it. Like they're like, you cannot tell the difference between that and a rock
fish. Either. And I can tell you when we were in Montana, the lake we were fishing was like, I mean, you could see down 25 feet. It was like crystal clear, just super nice lake. And we kept a few out of there, and they were phenomenal. We made smallmouth tacos, and it was
clear. How big were they over there?
The biggest we got was like 4.5.
What lake was that?
I looked at the tournaments, and guys are catching like 6 and 7s.
Are they getting like 22-pound bags, 25-pound
25-pound bags and stuff.
Yes.
And we didn't even fish some of the lakes where it's like even way better. So the lakes over there are huge. Like Flathead Lake, which was where we went fish for lake trout, it's like an ocean. It's like you can't even see the other side. Like it's huge. So yeah, I went to Montana, guys. It was really, really fun. But anyway, summer drop, June 30th. There's fillet knives. There's lots of new custom lures, lots of new apparel. We did do some summer UPFs that are completely custom made to Addicted. We actually designed them, built a face mask into them. I think you guys are going to be really stoked with them. So mark your calendars, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, summer merch drop. It's going to be
I
a
know
good
it's
one.
gonna be nice coming up. I'm stealing some UPFs to go to hit a tournament this weekend.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna rock those. So maybe I'll report back and let everybody know if they're lucky or not.
I want to know from you guys, what's your favorite way, Tom, to catch a smallmouth?
My favorite way? Oh, gosh. Probably a jig.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say jig.
Probably a jig. It's probably been my money bait for 20 years.
Just works.
Yeah.
And feeling the bite is fun.
Fun. Just that little, I call it the largemouth tick. When I hit that largemouth tick, it's like game on. It's usually a 3 to 5 pounder. So.
What about you, Cam?
I mean,
Come on, go with spinnerbait.
No, I can't. Spinnerbait. Gosh, it's like my nemesis. But guess what? It caught our biggest fish the whole freaking weekend. Whatever. But I'd probably say jerkbait, just because
I knew you were going to say
that.
You can kind of like tease them, and the way you like, it's not just cast out and work it. Like you have to like figure out like how they're responding to it, and then you incorporate a little like forward-facing sonar into that, like kind of what Clint and I were doing, watching them peel off those freaking ledges, and you kind of see them coming, and then stopping them, and then when they turn away, you like trick them back into it, and then they just turn and crush it, and just, I don't know, it's kind of a little more of an engaging kind of like cat and mouse game with them. But
when we were doing that too in Erie, it was super fun watching them.
oh yeah, jeez, you'd see them go, here it comes, you go, wham! I mean, the technology is unreal.
I'm going to go topwater. I think topwater is the funnest on every fish species.
Yeah, no question.
It's just just the reaction of watching them bite it is pretty fun.
Watching to blow up and watching them take it down.
Yeah.
A lot more engaging. But the one thing I will say though about the jig, and this one I was going back and forth between the jerkbait and the jig. The jig is cool because unlike most of our salmon and steelhead fisheries, you actually have to set the freaking hook. You have to cross
their face off,
freaking eyes. So if you're one of those guys that wants to set a hook and do all that, you don't get to do that when you're like, oh, drifting my little beta steelhead or watching a troll bite like Springer eat a freaking herring. Like you guys, it's like, don't touch the rod for 25 seconds and just hopefully the thing will eat it and not screw it up. It's like there's none of that freaking nonsense.
Yeah, kind of like when I went salmon fishing with you and missed 8 fish because
that was from you. That was from you pumping the rod.
Yeah,
a little too much up and down with that in 12-ounce leads, and I got to take Tom out last fall for a little afternooner, and he promptly lost like literally 8 in a row. And I'm like, you like stop pumping that rod.
Bass fisherman over here.
Gotta pump that rod, man.
So bad.
So I got a good question for you guys. So, and I think we get this a lot, and we're actually going to do a live feed tonight, and I think it'll be another good question to ask. But like, I feel like there is a lot of people that might want to get into it, but how do they start? Like if they're like, you know what, I want to go try to catch a smallmouth in the Columbia River, where would you start?
The best way to start, a local club. Join a local club. Get on with some of the clubs because you can learn a lot. There's a lot of teaching involved in the clubs, and the guy's more than happy to be teaching people how to fish and catch them. So to me, that would be the best way to get started into smallmouth fishing locally or largemouth, whatever the bass they're going for. But yeah, local clubs are a great way to start. There's some great clubs. We have Pac Northwest Bassers, Columbia River Bassmasters here locally in the Portland metropolitan area. So I'd highly recommend Pac Northwest Bassers. It's mainly because it's a club myself and Cameron and Craig Robin had put together.
Yeah, and it's going to be like that probably in any region you're at. It don't matter where you're at and you're listening to this podcast, there's going to be clubs.
People don't realize there is a tournament literally in every pool from Bonneville to McNairy every weekend. There's a turn every weekend from March through November. It is way more out there than like, I didn't even know or believe this for like, if you're a salmon steelhead guy. Like there's a lot of these club events, club activities. It's out there. It's granted, it's not like the 500 boats showing up for like the 1 week opener we get where the salmon fishing is good in the spring. It is kind of stretched out throughout the year, but it is everywhere. But what I'd say is if you guys are also, trying to get out there and you just want to give it a shot. First things, going out to the Columbia River fishing. The joke is if there's a rock in the Columbia River at some point in time in the year, there's a smallie on it. Like if it's really shallow and if it's a rock in the real shallow backwaters, well, he's probably on it when it's warming up in the spring. If it's a rock out in the middle and kind of down 10 feet with a little current over it, well, that's like his summertime feeding spots.
Yep.
If he's sitting, in between the weed line and the shore, like kind of late spring, and he's sulking after the spawn, post spawn, like that's what the bottom line is. Like anytime you can find some rocks in the Columbia River, you will find smallmouth right up against the dam, all the way down in the forebays. Like they are everywhere. So it's also, if you guys are looking to try to go, outside doing the club kind of event, you just want to go, you go out salmon fishing one day, you want to just give it a shot. Anywhere in those Bonneville pools upriver, Washougal upriver, they don't tend. The only thing I'd say to stay away from the really, really, really strong current areas just to start, right? There are some areas that do hold smallmouth in strong currents, but you really have to kind of dissect them. But anywhere from like Stevenson up to the Dalles, like the lower Columbia in the main current, like we're talking like Woodland, Kalama, there are some fish, but the tides are really heavy there. And so they kind of tend to be a little less harder to find. But anywhere you have like the slowing of basically any of those dams, any of the backwaters, the upper Willamette, the Willamette in general, anywhere in the Multnomah Channel, a lot of these places, if it's got rocks, they got bass.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's just like throw a little jig down there, little tube jig. What's your favorite jig, Tom, what's your favorite jig we got to use?
I'll just stick with the hula grub, man.
Oh, he said it.
Stick with the hula grub.
He's a hula grub guy. I'm surprised he said that to you.
That's what I used when we went to Montana.
Oh, goodness.
Because we went to a little local store, and that's basically all they had. So I was like, I'm buying a bunch of these.
Yeah. But any kind of jig on the rocks, and then also, too, like a Brad's Wiggler crankbait is a great searching crankbait because it dives down about 10, 12 feet. And if you have like some rock riprap area, you don't want to snag up a ton, like Brad's Wigglers in like minnow patterns or craw patterns are fantastic freaking bait to search them out and to just catch numbers.
Yep. But Ben, I know Ben trolls those and does really well, just trolling the smallmouth with them.
That's the other thing, trolling them, covering ground, dragging on the bottom. Like, you have to think that I can't even begin to estimate the population that's just like in the Bonneville pool. Like, is it 1 million? I have no idea.
Who knows? It seems like about every 10 feet you can catch a fish if you wanted to.
How many? So Tom and I fished a tournament this weekend.
Oh gosh!
We caught over 100 fish,
easily.
And we weren't trying to get numbers. We were trying to move around to like big fish areas, and we still caught 100 fish. Like we weren't even trying for numbers.
And
did you catch
that
any big
includes just maybe 4 hours on Sunday of fish time, actual fishing time.
Well, that was a whole nother story about going through the locks and fighting 30-mile-an-hour winds.
40 miles one direction.
Yeah, that's a little different story. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that if you're starting smallmouth. They'll get intimidated by that. Go find a rock.
We were out there to win.
Go on the bank.
So
take your boat. You can find fish. It's easy.
Yeah, just cover some water. Just look for current seams, rocks in the weeds. The smallmouth are usually around those areas.
Rocks in the weed, rocks in the current, rocks in the backwater.
The key thing is rocks. Rocks. Just find the rocks.
There's no shortage of rocks in the Columbia.
There's no shortage of rock, and there's no shortage of bass either.
Yeah. For sure. What are you saying?
I said wrap her up.
You over it already?
I'm over it.
Cam's over it, guys. He's trying to rush through this podcast.
We got to go live.
We've only been on here for 20 minutes. Cam's trying to rush it. This is why our podcasts are really short, because Cam doesn't like talking to you guys.
That was totally uncalled for. Hey, wait a second. This is like the first time Marlon's been in a podcast in like months.
Whatever, dude. I was in the last one. Wasn't I?
Well, with that said, you guys can also let us know what we need to talk about for the next one. We got some pretty interesting and pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah, and I will say, guys, I have heard your comments. I do know that you guys want us to film some longer podcasts and make these things a lot more in depth. So I'm working on it. I'm trying to come up with a plan for us to be able to have more of a subject and talk and try to really do these podcasts like we used to, where we had sheets and
stuff. Yeah,
just have a sheet and have a note sheet and sit there and cover a bunch of stuff like a lot of podcasters do. But a lot of times we just go off the fly right here, guys.
Yeah, let's start with this. Do you want an in-depth bass podcast? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you want an in-depth bass podcast.
We'll bring Tom back in here and we'll bring the sheet and we'll get into all of it.
Yep. Well, we appreciate you guys again. Do not forget, June 30th, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks so much for listening to our podcast, watching our live feeds, watching our content, and we'll see you guys on the river.